Hey, what's up? Welcome to Black Plague TV, where we promote and celebrate Rhode Island's often overlooked talent. I'm your host, Bennett Knows, and today we'll be looking at a URI student that is launching a new clothing brand called Lost Label. Lost Label is a streetwear brand that looks to use the art of fashion to spread and display their message through their online shop. Let's check out their promo video. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Black Plague TV. I'm currently sitting here with Jabron, who is representing Lost Brand. He's going to let us know a little bit more about the new clothing brand. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming by.
Appreciate you having me.
I'm looking forward to learning more about Lost Brand. So before we get into that, introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit more so viewers actually know who you are, you know?
My name's Jabron. I'm a junior here at University of Rhode Island. Major is entrepreneur and management, so I kind of do a lot of design work and clothing stuff outside of my major.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you have this new clothing, Lost Brand, launches tomorrow. Tell me how you guys started with this. Where did you even get the name from?
Well, the name is actually an acronym for Luxury Over Society Standards.
Okay, okay.
So by that we mean the things that aren't measured by wealth, fame, or money. Kind of the things that are often taken for granted, the luxury of life, luxury of education, creativity, the things that people kind of overlook.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's important. Like we were saying on the last show, like each generation we're losing these things that are important because of society. So I think it's pretty dope that you guys incorporate that into what you guys do. So what are some of the Actually, how did you start it? We know what Lost stands for, but how did you start it, and who did you work with to start this brand?
Well, I've been actually designing tees since high school. I used to stencil and like handmade craft tees.
Yeah.
Only made about like 5, sold maybe 1 or 2.
Exclusives?
Yeah.
What was on it? What was on the shirt?
That's a whole other interview.
Okay.
But it started there, and coming into college, I didn't know this is what I was going to be doing.
Yeah.
But being exposed to the resources and like the access we have to certain things on campus, it was definitely an opportunity to kind of make something out of the hobby. So
yeah. So are you working with anybody, or is this?
Yeah, I have 2 partners.
Want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, Spencer Gay, Marcus. We both. Neither of them are URI students, but we all collaborate together and we work on all of this together. We work with a couple of artists as well. Andy, Rosario, a couple photographers that we are constantly working with, Marcia, Alberto. We collaborate with a lot of people.
All right. So we know what Lost stands for, Luxury Over Society Standards. You have some interesting symbols. Right now he's actually rocking the shirt himself. You want to discuss it? It looks like it might be like a Bible. What are those called? Like a sand?
It's actually 3 symbols.
Okay.
So this hoodie is called the Luxury Money Can't Buy.
Okay.
So the first symbol is actually a book.
Okay.
Which represents education.
All right.
Second symbol is time, and the third symbol is health. And this goes back to kind of the concept of the brand, and it's actually the root of our capsule collection that we'll be releasing as we launch the website.
Okay.
It's titled Frame of Wealth, and what it is focusing on things that we often take for granted, things that are luxuries in our lives that we kind of overlook, like education, health, time. So
I think that's pretty dope. From time to time, I see myself like just forgetting about these things all the time. Now, could I ask you, all three of these are important, but which one do you think is the one that we usually overlook?
I think they all get overlooked, but I think time is one of the bigger ones. I feel like our generation definitely uses a lot of our time for things that don't really add up to anything. Yeah. Especially with social networks, like there's so much entertainment around us, we kind of get lost in it.
Definitely, definitely.
So.
Yeah. So you got this. This is actually the hoodie. You have long sleeve, short sleeve.
A couple long sleeves will be on the site when we originally launch it. And then a couple weeks after the site's launch, we'll be dropping a couple long sleeves as well, short sleeves. Excuse me.
All right. So that's the first thing you said. It's called the
Frame of Wealth capsule collection.
Frame of Wealth. Okay. Have you guys started working on follow-ups, like the second one? I know that you guys haven't even launched this yet, but
we've been designing for the last couple of years, so we have a lot of designs that we haven't put out yet.
Yeah.
We've just been focusing on rebranding and kind of establishing the brand first, and then experimenting with the newer designs. So.
All right. So what's the future of this? I mean, it just started, so it's like funny asking you like, what's the future of this? But where would you like to see the brand in, like, let's say, in a year, 5 years, 10 years? What do you think?
Well, we don't like to limit ourselves, but we don't like to kind of set goals too far down the line. We're kind of ever changing, kind of constantly doing different things. We definitely just want to push the message, push the culture. Change, hopefully inspire some of our generation in front of us, below us, whatever it is. In 5 years, who knows? Maybe have a shop opened up where we sell this stuff exclusively through there. I definitely have aspirations towards that.
Okay, that's pretty dope. So I see you got the 24 on here. I'm guessing that has something to do with your previous brand, which was Deluxe brand, and you had the first shirt, Luxury 24K. So tell me a little bit about that brand and why you're making this transition into the new one.
Well, that brand started with a couple of former members. It was Brian Lee, Yemi, myself. We started that back about a year ago. Yeah. And we launched a couple of tees under that brand, and since then we've kind of been working through that brand.
Why transition? Why start something new? Why start your own thing?
Well, the members who were originally part of the brand decided to go on with other projects, so we kept going on with the project. But after a while, we kind of figured that it wasn't fully representative of us, so we decided to kind of reestablish, rebrand, and relaunch. So.
Okay. So I'm keeping it a buck. Roundtable was here when they were here before. You're not part of Roundtable anymore?
No, I'm not.
What's good with that? What happened?
I learned a lot on the Roundtable. Definitely no regrets working with Roundtable. They do a lot of great stuff over there. Yeah. But it was just time for me to kind of do my own thing. I definitely was able to hone into some of my own leadership skills and my own abilities. So I definitely felt like it was time for me to kind of work on my own project. Yeah. So it was just a good time to separate.
Okay, I feel you. So another thing that they talked about was this first shirt that they had, or actually, is it the first? Is that the one with the face on it, or which one is it? Do you know which one it is?
It's a 24K on the back.
Okay, yeah.
Luxury 24K.
So
that one?
Yeah, they were trying to say that that you were taking credit for it, or there was something going on there in which you were taking credit for designing it, or you're taking credit for it now. What's good with it? Did you watch the episode? Do you know what they were talking about?
Yeah, I kind of was watching over some of the older interviews before I came in today, and I seen that that comment. Like I said before, they were a part of the brand. When it was kind of being thought of, and kind of the creative process behind the brand name and things like that. Yeah. So of course, they had some influence as far as the products and things like that. Before we launched, they decided they no longer wanted to be part of the brand. So we actually changed the design. The original design had a 45 on the back and didn't have a patch on the sleeve. Me personally, I feel like the 24K and the patch on the sleeve is what made the tee hot.
Yeah.
But as far as looking for credit, yeah, there was some collaborative efforts in there, and
Yeah.
there was some inspiration from there, but it definitely isn't the tee that was originally designed.
Okay.
And I mean, we kind of just took it as a compliment. I don't think anybody would be reaching for credit had the tee not been successful.
Yeah.
So we kind of just took it as like a hint towards the success of the tee itself. So.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about expansion. I know you said with this brand previously, you kind of set up a foundation amongst a lot of different people. So talk about that a little bit more.
Well, we actually, we definitely appreciate all the support that we found with Deluxe brand. We definitely established a lot of solid relationships, built a lot of resources, a lot of plugs, a lot of connections. So through launching that brand, we definitely learned a lot about designing, branding, things like that. So there's no regrets as far as Deluxe brand, but we're using those resources now to kind of take advantage of now that we have the new brand. So.
So being that your target audience currently, one of them is college students, how much do you have to pay to rock one of these fly hoodies?
We like to keep it affordable.
Yeah.
We don't want
to broke out here.
Yeah,
you know that.
And we're not for a lot of the clothing brands and kind of the elite brands in the industry that charge $600 for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We don't feel like fashion should be that expensive. We understand the industry itself, and that's just kind of how it is at this point. But we want to offer quality products at affordable prices. So it just depends on the product itself.
Yeah.
Depending on the prices.
Okay.
That's how we set them, but they're usually all affordable.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Now you're talking about other brands. Now we know that the message kind of puts you guys out there, kind of distinguishes you from all the other brands. What else makes you guys different from all of these other clothing brands on campus, off campus, you know?
We like to use different aesthetics. The way we call it is being ahead of the curve.
Okay.
So we try to be able to see future trends. We don't like to get too caught up in the current trends.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of things are kind of overplayed out, done too much,
Yeah.
done the wrong way.
Yeah.
So we like to kind of look ahead as far as aesthetics. Hopefully start using cut and sew products, things like that.
Okay.
So we're kind of working with our resources.
Yep.
And out here in Rhode Island, there aren't too many resources as far as California and New York, places like that. But we're making it work.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's pretty dope. The way that you're ahead of the curve. That's how you got to be. You got to be ahead of the curve. Now, you're talking about, you just brought out networking resources. How important is it for anybody who's doing something or trying to establish themselves or who's developing a name? How important is it for them to use those resources and actually network? Because a lot of people here in Rhode Island, we don't even, a lot of people, we're so small, but a lot of people don't use those resources. They don't really get how important networking is. So what's your thoughts on that?
Myself, actually, I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of person. I'm not really into shaking too many hands and things like that.
Yeah.
But once I started the brand, I've realized how important it is to connect with people, interact with people, and just tell them what you're doing.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how much people will support you and kind of just root for you.
Yeah.
Of course, there are people who are not going to be as accepting or friendly towards your movement, but that comes with anything in life. So it's all about just keeping positive and just
definitely
keep working.
Another question I like to ask all my guests is about success. We all have our own definition of success. I would like to know, what's your definition of success? Have you reached that success? And if not, how will you know that you have reached it?
That's actually a good question. We actually have a tee coming out that's called Most Kings.
Most Kings.
It's inspired by a Basquiat quote that he used on King Charles' painting, and it says, "Most kings get their heads cut off." And it's actually talking about our personal battles with success. A lot of times people get over, how do I say this? They kind of focus too much on success and how they measure it. And a lot of the times the way they measure success is not the way success should be measured.
Yeah.
How much money you made, the fame that comes with it, things like that. And that's definitely part of the Frame of Wealth capsule collection, focusing on that. So as far as how we measure our success, I think it's just inspiring people, touching as many people as we can, and just spreading the message.
Yeah,
seeing where it takes us.
I think that's a dope answer. We got so many answers, but you know what? That one's really dope, really dope. I'm just wondering, what are you listening to right now?
Music?
Music. There's a lot of good releases currently. So what are you listening to?
I listen to a lot of kind of underground rappers.
Okay.
Right now, we've been listening to Mick Jenkins,
Okay.
Chicago rapper, very inspirational.
All
Definitely talks about a lot of the stuff that we kind of like to focus on.
So would you kind of say that's kind of inspiration?
Yeah,
kind
definitely.
of, at least at this moment.
We have a promo video coming out. I think actually we're gonna air it on here.
Okay.
And his song is in the background.
Okay. Yeah. So what's good about him getting some of this clothing? He's inspiring you to with these messages and stuff.
Yeah, we've had interactions with him on Twitter, so we'll
Yeah.
see. Maybe we'll send him a care package.
Yeah,
see where
definitely.
that goes.
That would be dope. I mean, it's fly. Anyone can rock this. You know what I'm saying? No matter
Right.
where you're at. But what's the website? The website launches tomorrow. How about you plug that in along with your Instagram and Twitter account?
Yep, tomorrow, 8 p.m., we'll be
Okay.
dropping it, lostpvd.com.
Okay.
Definitely use a computer. It's a lot more interactive if you use
Alright.
computers aside from a mobile.
Okay.
Twitter accounts, Lost Label for Instagram and Twitter.
No
You can find
PVD,
us
just
there.
Lost
no
Label?
PVD, just Lost Label.
You got it first. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is Jabron, Lost Brand. Make sure you check it out. I mean, look at it. It's fresh. It's fly. It's new. There's a nice message behind it. So make sure you go out there, hit the website, and cop some stuff. Right now, we're about to check out another video of my boy rocking the tee. Here it is.
It's the pursuit of happiness. What you know about it? Peanut butter leather loafers, ginger ale on coasters. Never play your hand. Life is Texas Hold'em poker. Life is sex and hoes imposing to these other. We be lighting vegetables on fire, blowing smoke onto these other niggas' campaigns. Gotta keep it real to maintain. Food for your soul, talking rice and peas and plantain. Food for the hoes, they gon' buy for weed and champagne. That ain't worth a damn thing. Had to reassess who I'm impressed to be the best. How I'm supposed to be up next if we just all gon' say the same thing. Walking in the same lane, locked up in the same box. That sound like a chain gang. Can't all pick the same locks. That sound like a gang bang.
Make sure you check out Lost Label's first capsule collection titled Frame of Wealth at their official website, lostpvd.com, and keep up to date with all updates on their official Twitter and Instagram accounts. For the latest news on your favorite music, celebrities, and local talent, check out BennettKnows.com. Thank you for watching, and join us next week when we showcase another one of Rhode Island's talented individuals. Until next time, I'm Bennett Knows, and this is Black Plague TV.